Let me tell you something. Nothing ruins your baby shower quite like your boyfriend's wife showing up. No, seriously. I said wife. By the way, where are you watching from and what time is it right now? I love seeing where all of you are tuning in from. So here's how it all went down. I was 7 months pregnant with my first baby, glowing with excitement and completely in love. His name was Nathan, and I thought he was the perfect man. Thoughtful, charming, romantic. He would rub my swollen feet after long days, bring me smoothies during my pregnancy cravings, and he even bought a tiny pink leather jacket when we found out we were having a girl. We weren't married yet, but I just assumed that was coming. He told me he wanted to wait until after the baby was born so we could really celebrate properly. That sounded sweet, right? My friends threw me a beautiful baby shower at this little event space in the city. There were balloons and rose gold and blush, a 3-tiered cake with tiny baby booties on top, and a giant chair for me to sit in like a queen while I opened gifts. I was surrounded by love. Or so I thought. I was just about to unwrap a diaper bag from one of my coworkers when the door slammed open so hard it shook the decorations on the wall. And in walked a woman in a black trench coat, heels clacking, holding a manila envelope in one hand and a look of pure rage on her face. She scanned the room, and when her eyes landed on me, she said loudly, "So this is where you've been hiding, Nathan." Everyone froze. I looked at her, confused. "I think you have the wrong person," I said, politely, standing up a little awkwardly with my big belly. She scoffed and walked straight toward me. "Oh no, I've got the right person. I'm Olivia, Nathan's wife." You could have heard a pin drop. Wife? What the hell was she talking about? She opened the manila envelope and threw a stack of photos on the gift table. Wedding photos, vacation selfies, tax documents. One was even a picture of her holding a happy anniversary cake with Nathan beside her. I felt like the floor dropped out from under me. My ears were ringing, my friends were just staring, jaws open, unsure what to do. Olivia turned to the crowd and said, "Ladies, I hope you're enjoying the baby shower, because the father of that baby is already married to me." And then she walked out. I collapsed into the chair, hands on my stomach, trying not to vomit. Nathan wasn't there. He said he had a last-minute meeting. I called him immediately. He didn't pick up. I called again and again. Finally, he texted, "We need to talk. I'm sorry." That was all. I didn't hear from him again for 2 days. When he finally came over, he looked wrecked, unshaven, tired, anxious. He didn't deny it. He just said he had been working on leaving her, that their marriage had been over for years, that Olivia showing up like that was vindictive, and that he loved me and our baby more than anything. But I wasn't even listening to him anymore. I had to ask myself, how did I miss this? We'd been together for over a year. He never wore a ring, never mentioned her. He traveled for work, sure, but he always came back to me. I met his mother, for God's sake. I felt humiliated, lied to, betrayed, and pregnant on top of all that. Hormonal, tired, heartbroken. I didn't want to see him again, but it wasn't that simple. Because a week later, I got served with a cease and desist letter from Olivia. Apparently, she was filing for divorce and named me in her complaint as the homewrecker who destroyed her marriage. She demanded I return any property gifted by her husband, and even suggested she'd sue for emotional damages. I was in shock. I called a lawyer. Thank God I had one friend whose older brother was an attorney, and he helped me respond and protect myself. But what really shook me was what I discovered next. While digging through his stuff, trying to return his belongings, I found a flash drive. And on that flash drive, emails, dozens of them, between Nathan and other women. He had multiple affairs. I wasn't even the only one. Some of the emails were dated during my pregnancy. I was just another notch in his belt. He was a serial cheater. I didn't know how to process it. I cried for days. My baby girl kicked inside me like she was trying to calm me down, and I knew I had to be strong for her. So I stopped crying and started planning. I called Olivia. She didn't want to hear it at first, but once I told her what I found on the flash drive, she agreed to meet. We had coffee at a quiet spot and went through everything. I showed her the emails, the text messages, the receipts for hotels, gifts for other women. Her face went from bitter anger to something like stunned recognition. She said, "He told me he was the only one he ever really loved," she said softly. I nodded. Me too. We sat there, two women who had been completely deceived, and we decided to take control. Olivia used the emails in her divorce filing. She got everything: the house, the joint accounts, the car. Apparently, Nathan hadn't been as careful with his money as he pretended. He cleaned him out. As for me, I wrote about it. My story went viral on a pregnancy blog, then a podcast, then a talk show wanted to feature me. I became something of a speaker for single moms, for women who'd been conned and manipulated. My baby girl was born a month later, perfectly healthy and absolutely beautiful. I named her Hope, because even after all the lies, all the pain, all the betrayal, I had something real. Nathan tried to get back in touch later. He sent a letter, then a gift, then even tried to contact me through my mom. I blocked every attempt, because I didn't need him. I had a daughter to raise, a platform to build, and a life to live, one that wasn't built on lies. So yeah, my boyfriend's wife showed up at my baby shower, and it turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. Because it ended everything that was fake and started something real. What would you have done if you were me?